Yo, what is going on, guys? SCJ here, back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about former All-Star and current NBA free agent Isaiah Thomas. So back only just 3 years ago, hell, maybe even 2 years ago, if you would have told me that Isaiah Thomas wouldn't have been on an NBA roster while the season is still going on, I would have called you crazy or asked you why. But here we are at the start of the 2020 NBA playoffs, and Isaiah Thomas is currently jobless or unemployed. IT actually was a member of the Wizards and started in 37 of the 40 games he played in with Washington this season, but on trade deadline day on February 6th, the Wizards were involved in a 3-team deal with the Knicks and Clippers that sent Jerome Robinson to the Wizards, Maurice Harkless to the Knicks, along with a first-round pick in this year's draft and other draft picks/assets, and both Marcus Morris and, of course, Isaiah Thomas ended up in LA with the Clippers before the Clips waived IT, and he hasn't been signed or picked up since that. It's been a rough few years for IT, as ever since he was ruled out for the remainder of the 2017 playoffs before Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Cavs, he simply hasn't been the same and hasn't even had a team or place for himself to call home, as he was traded to Cleveland in the Kyrie Irving deal on August 22, 2017. He got traded from Cleveland to the Lakers at the 2018 trade deadline, and he signed with the Nuggets during the 2018 free agency period and only ended up playing 15 minutes a game for 12 games, and when it looked like he finally could be a solid bench player going forward in Washington once they get John Wall back, he gets traded to the Clips and gets waived. So it hasn't been an ideal last few years for Thomas, to say the least. I'm sure most of you know this, but the main reason for it seems to be how much his 2017 hip injury has affected his game, and I'm sure adding that together with his height at 5'9" also isn't something that's attractive to teams, or certainly just isn't helping his case in landing a roster spot either. It's gotten to the point where people are clowning Thomas online and saying he is throwing himself or offering himself to every team in the league, as he's been posting or commenting on social media posts talking about destinations that he thinks would be best for him or he'd like to play at, including both the Golden State Warriors and the New York Knicks. While I actually did get a laugh out of people saying those things about IT, and it is kind of true, I do believe that he can be a solid 6th, 7th, or 8th man off the bench, or even a starter on a young/bad team in the league, depending on what team would sign him, like he was this year. While it's a shame what happened to him with that injury, and he'll never be the same again, and him essentially getting thrown all over the league, people forget when he got good playing time in the 17-18 season and this season in Washington, he was solid enough to help the team he was on, and he at least deserves a roster spot on at least one of the teams somewhere in the league. Despite coming off a rough injury and playing 15 games with Cleveland before ending the season in LA and playing 17 games with the Lakers during the 17-18 season, Thomas averaged 15.2 points, 2.1 rebounds, and 4.8 assists during the 32 games that he played with both teams in the 17-18 season. During his 12-game stint with the Nuggets, he never got a good amount of playing time, only playing 15 minutes a game during said 12 games and averaging 8.1 points, 1.1 rebounds, and 1.9 assists. However, after that rough stint in Denver, IT looked like a solid contributor once again this season with the Wizards, averaging 12.2 points, 1.7 rebounds, and 3.7 assists in 23.1 minutes a game during the 40 games he played with Washington this year. So definitely not great numbers, and nowhere near the numbers he put up during his time spent with the Celtics, but you'd probably be crazy if you said that he doesn't at least deserve a spot somewhere in the league with those numbers, as long as he's not asking to be a starter or asking for a crazy amount of money or a big contract, which I doubt he is, especially with how much he's trying to put himself out there for a job somewhere. So while IT clearly isn't playing bad basketball when he is on an NBA team and getting playing time, and it's pretty much a guarantee that he'll never be the same as when we last saw the healthy Isaiah Thomas during the 16-17 season, where he averaged 2.7 assists, 5.9 rebounds, nearly a steal with 0.9 a game, and a really good 28.9 points per game. He still is producing solid numbers and could be a help to a team off the bench or be a good veteran in the locker room to teach the young guys on one of the teams in the league. Of the two teams I mentioned IT talking about joining before, I think the Warriors would probably be the best fit, while I think the Knicks would offer him the most playing time and the bigger role, along with him helping their young players. IT off the bench and Steve Kerr's offense can be a very good thing for Golden State, and with the Warriors adding a lot of youth recently, he can be a very good locker room guy in Golden State as well. I want to know what you guys think though. Does IT still deserve a spot on an NBA roster in your opinion? And if so, what team would he be the best fit on for both sides? Let me know down in the comment section below. That's going to be it for me today though. If you like this video, then give it a like. And if you want to see more NBA content or breakdowns, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. Anyway, I'm SCJ and I am out. Peace.